Hey, 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 welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for the collective whole. This reading is going to focus on the messages that our higher selves would like us to know during this really intense, really trying time. So, when I asked what the message would be, like a general idea of where this reading is going to be taking us, I was told this is the bird song after the storm. So there's a lot of things going on within ourselves, within society, the globe at large. You know, everyone is going through some kind of thing. Sorry, let me hold on. This is just going to keep going off. Okay. Um, it's definitely something that is very intense, regardless of what you're going through. The feeling is often very, very intense. This is what I'm getting from a lot of people. Okay. A lot of thoughts, um, a lot of the things that you have struggled to process over the course of your adult life. It's coming forward right now. This is a time for us to really begin processing the events of our lives. A lot of karmic bleed over that we've been experiencing, whether we know it or not, whether we can identify it as karmic bleed over. This is the life. This is the life where we are really, really taking the opportunity to correct karmic imbalance from previous lives. I have this growing feeling and theory, this growing theory that every single last one of us who are alive right now are here because we volunteered to clear our karmic load from all of our previous lives. Notice how often you come across someone and you're like, oh my God, they feel so familiar. I don't know how I know them, but I feel like I know them. Notice the rise in this sense of knowing, wanting to know your path, wanting to know your purpose, wanting to know all kinds of details that up until now are still kind of slightly out of reach, but that's going to be changing very, very soon. Okay. We are currently in the storm. It's a spiritual storm. Um, and we're needing to recognize this period for what it is. What do storms do? They cleanse the landscape. If the storm is intense enough, it can also terraform that landscape. It can completely change the appearance of the consciousness. If we're talking about a spiritual storm, we can absolutely change the way our consciousness functions. This is the time that we are doing that. Okay. We are the storm. Oh, I didn't even realize I was doing that. Hold on. Okay, guys. I've put away most of my stuff. Oh, there we go. That was so hard. My God. Here we go. I don't know if you guys feel that, this pulling inwards, like being pulled deeper into myself to reflect on, I'm not too sure what yet, but it's a very distinct feeling that just started, a pulling into me. All right. Okay. Ooh, This is beautiful. Card number 44, attraction. 4 and 4 being the number of two equals standing side by side. You are calling back to you the very things that you are needing right now. The experiences, the connections, the thoughts that lead to the aha moments that really help you to understand what it is you're going through on a personal level. So many of us don't really know what we're going through on a personal level. Many of us feel as though this period is just like a crazy time for the whole world, like correcting all the evils in the world and this and that. And that could be true, but at the same time, is it important for you to focus on that, or important for you to focus on what exactly is my consciousness, my personal consciousness, trying to get me to dive deeper into right now? What am I attracting back to myself? Oh my. Ooh, you guys have intense energy today. We are attracting back to the surface of our consciousness, the forefront of our consciousness, our truth. And our truth is so deeply buried beneath layer upon layer from life after life after life of programming, of distortions, of traumas that have caused us to further compartmentalize. And this is the time for us to begin the process of undoing all of that. And it's not because we're broken. It's not because we're flawed. It's not because we're full of sin. It's because we are now preparing for a level of reunification that just cannot, will not, and should not tolerate this level of cognitive dissonance, because that cognitive dissonance is actually a form of separation. It's one of the most distorted forms of separation because you don't even realize you're separate. You're so focused on trying to protect and defend and justify the type of disharmonic existence that you have. And this isn't about my existence is more righteous or proper than yours. This is about recognizing there are things within me that need to be observed and then addressed. And once I address them, there might be a need to slightly modify the way I perceive things, the way I allow myself to receive information, what I choose to do with that information. So there's a lot of internal processes going on, and we're attracting all the things that's going to trigger us to begin seeing with clarity the things buried deep within us. 88% at 8:15. Card number 5, cultivate love. First, you're going to attract the love, and then you're going to cultivate it. You're going to begin to consciously choose how to organize the garden of your life, the garden of your mind. There are many seeds that have been planted in the soil of your garden. Which ones will you grow? Because it doesn't matter who plants seeds and what kind of seeds are planted. If you're not going to foster those seeds, if you're not going to take care of them, and when I say take care of them, I mean continuously give them your attention. Because if you ignore a plant, it doesn't thrive. Eventually it dies, it withers and dies. If you ignore a seed, it doesn't grow. But if you keep paying attention to the seed, if you keep watering it, if you keep allowing it to sit in the light of your truth, hell yes, that seed will grow. Whether it's a toxic seed, a beautiful seed, one that can nourish you, it doesn't matter. It's going to grow. So you have to be very careful what it is you're cultivating. So first you call that love to you, and then you cultivate that love. And once you get these two steps down, you then realize you have built a community. And this community doesn't have to be large. It can be something that is very small scale, very intimate, but very, very, very much worth your while, worth your focus, your attention, your energy. And it's, our energy is being brought, our attention is being brought by, our energy is being brought by our attention to the things that we are focusing on. And whatever you focus on, that's what you're going to grow. So, what kind of community are you building around you? 88% at 817, 8888. What kind of community are you building? If you surround yourself with people, individuals who are simply focused on all the things we need to be afraid of, all the things that show us that we live in a very violent, very crazy, very self-destructive world, then that's what you're cultivating. Okay, that's what you're growing. You're growing a perpetuation of that thought. And this is not about ignoring what's wrong with the world or what's wrong in your life. You have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge what's wrong. You have to do whatever you need to do to correct and restore balance. But aside from that, you also have to make sure that you consciously choose what you're cultivating. Meaning, if you want a positive life, acknowledge the negatives, return them to neutral, and find ways in which to turn that neutrality into a positivity. So, figure out what needs your attention first. And how does that circumstance, that connection, whatever it is that needs your attention, how is that possibly a negative? Returning it back to neutral, and then positioning yourself so that neutral can then become a positive for you. Okay. um let's see. Oh, all right, that's one deep ass message. Oh, the white rabbit. Oh, oh, lordy lord, we're not going there today. We're not going there today. We're doing simple civilian reading today. Oh, there are lots of messages hidden in these cards right now. Okay. Card number 29, 2 plus 9 equals 11. Divinity. Divinity, from guidance back to God essence. I'm not talking about God as in religious God. I'm talking about God as in the divinity, the divine creation that breathed everything into being. So 2 plus 9 is 11, 11 being divinity. Hunger. We're all hungry for something, but we don't know what. We're all so desperately starved for something, but we don't know what. In order for us to figure out what that is, card number 1, bringing us back to that first step, make peace with your past. It involves going down a rabbit hole, albino rabbit at that. It involves going down a rabbit hole in order to see what it is in the past that has caused us to feel so starved. And you'll probably find that what that is leadership. We're starved for leadership. Many of us, most of us, we experienced childhoods that were devoid of leadership. Okay. Well, we really have to get real honest here. This is not about blaming the elders, those who raised us. This is about recognition. We exist in societies that are structured to attack the family unit, to destabilize the family unit, either through financial burden, through social programming that causes a sense of normalcy when it comes to betrayal, infidelity, things like that. So when the adults that are here to raise us are too busy fighting the program that they don't realize exists, we then become devoid of leadership from the family unit. That's the first building block. Okay, it's the family unit. How many couples are still together? And this is not about that religious old school thinking of like once you get married, you have to stay. No. How many family units are still together? Why did those family units break apart? Because, I mean, let's really look at what's going on with society. Let's really take a good hard look. And we're perpetuating that as adults at this point. We're doing that to our children. We're amplifying, meaning we're making it worse than what we had without even realizing it. So it's time to get a really good look, really good look at where you're rooted in, what soil you're rooted in. We're starved of leadership of some kind. And that's the very reason why we accept the very twisted detrimental type of leadership we have right now. 84% at 822. 84, well, 84 watchers. 84, 8, 2 plus 2 is 4. 8484. That comes out to 1212. 1212 being the first steps of a journey. 1 plus 3 is 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 3. This means we're taking the first steps of the journey back to our ascended master status. We're finally taking a good hard look at the roots of why we behave the way we do, and then taking it a step further and recognizing our coping mechanisms from our childhood is being overlaid on the children of now. So if you're looking at the patterns, if we took the distortions from our parents, amplified them, what's our children going to do? So if you really want to see the change in this world, you need to begin right now. You need to shift the way you're raising the children if you have children. If you don't have children, you need to start shifting the way you see how the children are. And children extends into young adulthood to the early 20s. Ooh, wee. Again, mirroring. Card number 44, right? Card number 4. You have to accept. Okay. Card number 4 is about acceptance. Card number 44 is attraction. You're attracting to you the very things that you need in order to grow. You have to begin accepting it. If you are attracting to yourself the lessons that you need to grow, but you don't want to take care of the lessons, you don't want to deal with the lessons, you don't want to see the lessons, if that lesson is a person, you can still grow. You definitely can still grow, but it's going to be much harder. There's going to be a lot more pain and suffering simply because you're fighting your own path. You're fighting your own trajectory. So acceptance would make things easier. Okay. It would make things easier. Oh my God. In regards to twins, according to Michael, if you are avoiding the twin because it is a difficult lesson, because you've been hurt in the past and it's something you don't even want to go there. You don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want nothing to do with it. Then it's going to be much, much more difficult. Okay. You have to accept the fact that there is a connection there that needs to be addressed, lessons that need to be learned, and just move forward from it. Now, if you're someone who, on the flip side of things, the twin went away and you're there and you're like, they need to come back, but they don't want to come back. You have to accept the fact that your paths are separate. You just have to, because if not, you're putting yourself in a hamster wheel, just running the same wheel, not really getting anywhere. You can't control another sovereign. So you have to just accept whatever it is your situation is. You have to accept it for what it is and find a way to move forward from it. Card number 27, burn away the past. This has a lot to do with our refusal to acknowledge the things that have occurred in the past that have really greatly helped us to see, whether we want to see it or not, but see how we are connected to other people. It has to do with the bunny. Oh, God. So I'm being shown again. So there's that bunny, the chubby bunny, right? I don't know if y'all can see it. Chubby bunny. Chubby bunny is the chubby bunny is trying to get into your consciousness. And it just, again, it's that whole acceptance thing, trying to block it out because you don't want to deal with it, or refusing to acknowledge the details that your higher self is trying to bring your attention to. You have to burn away the past. Whatever happened in the past has to remain in the past, and it's time to move forward from that. With purity, first you have to allow yourself to come out of the forest, Many of us have been lost in a forest, not knowing whether it's day, whether it's night, being very confused, feeling very starved, feeling very alone. Come out of the forest. You're right there by the tree line at this point. And it's important for you to begin seeing first with the purple energy, which comes from the crown, allowing that divinity, that divine guidance to come through. And then allowing that to be filtered through the throat chakra, letting that throat chakra open up so you can begin communicating, effectively communicating whatever it is you need to communicate with other people, to other people. So what does that mean? Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm being told to share this other part of the message. Other part of the message. I don't know if y'all can see it right in here. It's half a lion's face. Half of a lion's face. That Lyran energy, that fierce, courageous energy, finding the courage to lead yourself to the very things that you're attracting to you because of your hunger, the things you need to accept. So right now with the polar bear, you are in an emotional and spiritual winter. For some of you, you're in an emotional and spiritual winter, and this is something that needs to be addressed, because unless you address it, unless you understand the weather in which you're existing within, you know what I mean? Cold, snow. Oh God. There's a song. There's a song. It's by Sia. I'll read you the lyrics. I don't remember the name of the song, but that's part of the message. It's from some movie. Okay. It's called Freeze You Out. Hold on, guys. Let me get you the lyrics. All right. No, I don't want to play the song. No, stop. I don't want to play that song. Okay. Where the hell are the lyrics at? Hold on, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on with this phone. Okay. It says, you know, I've been hurt before. You know the score, and I know you want more. You want me to go out. Yeah, you know I get high score. I get cold when you don't go slow, but I know you want more. You need me to go out, and I know you're worth it. And I know this is going to work. I could only let you win, but I'm freezing. I'm not running away. I'm not running away. I will feel the pain instead. Just listen to the song. I don't want to deal with that song. But you have to stop running away from your own lessons. Okay. This is not necessarily about an individual. This is about you and your lessons and what it is you need to learn. You have to understand sometimes the song is Freeze You Out by Sia. So Freeze You Out by Sia. It was for some movie, some like movie. But it's important for you to stop running away from your own lessons. We keep identifying the delivery man of the lesson as the lesson itself. And it's just not, that's not the case. That's not the case. For those who are fixated on the whole twin topic, the twin is not the message. The twin is the vessel used to deliver the message. So if you run away from your own messages, how are you going to understand what it is you're needing to understand? Chances are you won't. It's really a case of you running from yourself, okay? I just need you to be quiet now, Michael. I really do. I really do. I really do. We're just going to sip a little bit. That's interesting. All right, card number 18. No. The moon. Deception or delays, emotions up or down, maybe deceiving yourself emotionally or others. So it's really a case of us deceiving ourselves, not wanting to see exactly what it is our soul is trying to get us to see. And what we're needing to see is not always that, oh, I have to connect with this person. This person needs to come back. It's not always that. Again, the individuals that join us for our journey are delivery men. They're here to deliver lessons that soul has selected for us. Stop identifying the delivery for the message. Okay? The delivery is not the message. So there's a lot of things going on. Ooh, double tower moment. I'm not running away. I will feel the pain. Yeah, 77% at 8:33. I'm done with that. Six of Wands in reverse, letter or news coming, victory news. You're not going to win this. You're not going to win this. In reverse, you're not going to win this. Your higher self is letting you know you can only avoid this for so long before the tower moment comes. For you and whoever else this tower moment applies to, there will be a tower moment. Now, that tower moment doesn't necessarily guarantee that the two of you will be best buddies or whatever it is beyond best buddies. But it does mean that if you are to be reconnected to further your learning, that's going to happen whether one or both of you agree. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is funny in a not funny way. Apparently, one of the cards had been. So, this is what I saw in front of me. And obviously, it's a message of your energies being connected, that for all of eternity, the energies have been connected and y'all have been learning things together. Did you guys see Pedro? Pedro. I feel like I'm just being ganged up on today. So as I said, this card was in front of me, and then Pedro said, move the card, touch it. To which I shifted my leg, and then I was like, oh, there's another card underneath. 75% at 8:35. So the Empress card, delays will prove necessary, but it's a delay. It's not an ending. So whatever this process is, it was simply delayed, but now it's being triggered full active once again. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm just. Oh, Pedro, whose side are you on? You working with Mikey again? Is that what it is? Is that how it goes? Hold on. Don't fly away. Don't fly away. There's this little. Okay, bruh. Okay. Sorry. So, Empress. Lots of shit going on over here, you guys. Lots of shit going on over here. So, the Empress. Feminine progress, fruitfulness, accomplishment, marriage, children, feminine influence, ability to motivate others. So, that feminine principle again is coming forward. It's causing that reconnection to flare up, that need to reconnect, for the energies to begin circulating again. They were paused for a period, but that energy is going to begin recirculating again. Just because I'm talking about a reunification, a reconnection, it doesn't mean romantic. It's very, very important for us to get that through our heads. It does not mean romantic. This is an energetic reconnection. For some of us, that energetic reconnection will lead to something romantic. But if you're just focused on the romance aspect, like we're going to be together, you're going to be sorely mistaken. You're going to be sorely mistaken. And don't come back to me and be like, well, Emmy, you said we were going to reconnect. Not in that way. I never said that way. For some people, possibly, yeah. For other people, no. This energetic reconnection can involve communication, messages being exchanged, or it can be telepathic. It doesn't have to be like calls or text messages. This is just some shit right here. Okay. So, Queen of Wands, positive, fiery, outspoken. There. There. Let me just look. Queen of Wands. Sympathetic and understanding person, friendly, loving, chaste, practical, charm and grace, gracious hostess. I think what's going on is for those of us who are very feeling very negative about that connection that possibly had stopped, or you're having a very difficult time connecting, we have to remember to really embody Queen of Wands energy, to be a little bit more gracious, to be more patient. It's difficult to be those things when there's such an intense history between people. But damn, it's at the top. It's at the top of the deck. Burn away the past. It's time to let go of the things in the past that have really affected your ability to move forward into the future, okay? Especially into the present. So the next card, the Hanged Man, getting stronger in oneself after a lot of deliberating and delaying in your life. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There's a lot of Hanged Man energy. The impression that I'm getting for a large group is that there's a lot of hesitation between the people involved, a lot of hesitation to reconnect, to verbalize the realizations that you've had in each other's absence. Oh, okay. I don't know who this message is for. I don't know who this hold on. Let's ask Bish. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. Snake skin. It's a snake's head. Oh shit. And you can see the eye. I was meditating out in the wilderness one day, and I was told to look down, and right beside me was this snake skin. Can you see the eye? There's the eye. That's the whole head. And then I was told, bring it with you. Why? That's disgusting. Salmonella, bruh. Salmonella. So then I went and got a Ziploc bag and stuck it in the Ziploc bag. Y'all, I'm a spiritual klepto. The shit my higher self tells me to pick up and store away, I do. So is this message to be shared with a collective whole? Yes, let's share the message. I don't even remember the message now. Shit. If you want me to share it with a collective whole, you have to remind me what the message is. Distract me with snakeskin and shit. That's what happens. That's what happens. Hold on. Oh, okay. Now I'm told to pull from this deck. This deck is a little bit scary though. All right. Let me just shuffle. Some of you might remember this deck. I had to put it away after using it a few times. It was just too disturbing. I don't even know why it didn't get packed away. Hold on. More rabbits. Okay, okay. Kitties and rabbits and kitties and rabbits. What the? Okay. Okay, here you go. So the message here is that the part of you that's resistant to traveling down the river to the place where you need to go is being laid to rest. Not necessarily, well, okay. It's like a spiritual death. Ooh, why is there an E there? Okay. Lots of messages, lots of messages. So here's the rabbit, because the rabbit goes down the hole. You're wanting to go. You're being encouraged to go and dive deep into a hole of introspection. Okay, 6 being the number of receiving. So here it is. The part of you that was using the buttons to hold things together, to keep it shut, that opening for that connection to flow through was shut and held closed by a button. That button is being ripped off. Um, you're being slowed real slow because of this resistance. So if you look at a child's toy, the top, that's a child's toy, is 69% at 844. So with that, the more it spins, the faster it spins, the more steady it is, right? But it's kind of just, it travels in whatever way it wants. You can't really control where a top goes. Once you release it, it spins and just does its own thing. Now, you've tried to control it, and so that has created a lot of friction. The friction is the resistance that slowed the speed of that top. The slower the top goes, the more it wobbles until eventually it just topples over. So all of this resistance that you've been having towards the reopening of that, mhm, it's done. You can't resist this anymore. Whatever this is, it's a part of your natural process, and it's something that you're just kind of you're going to have to come to terms with. Oh God. Okay, so the bunny is crying. He's sad. He's crying, and I think you ripped off one of his eyes. Oh my God. Why? I don't want these messages. Okay. So here's the thing with the bunny. It's like this apology. It's almost this unspoken apology. If I didn't see clearly, I wasn't seeing clearly what it was that I was doing, and I just so regret the way things happened. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to reconnect, but I just need you to know I didn't see clearly. And it's not that I don't want to take accountability, responsibility for the decisions I made that affected you, but I just want you to know that I don't know how to fix it. Oh my God. Mhm. 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 And so here's the thing. Oh my God. Is this an explanation? We don't need no fucking explanation. Okay, maybe some of us do. Maybe some of us do. We have card number 6 and card number 3. Okay. So here's the thing. Your bunny couldn't see clearly because they were connected to a bunch of rats. These rats were greatly affecting their ability to understand, their ability to allow their process of understanding to develop. All right. We have a kitty hanging around with with rats, not realizing the environment that they're in is so toxic, so ridiculously toxic, and it affected their ability to see clearly what needed to occur in regards to the lessons you are to learn together. So, not to make excuses for them, but to help you understand why this process might have gone the way it did. Now, card number 3. Look at that. There was an interference that occurred. They were placed on a pedestal by this fucking, I don't know what that is, but it has a forked tongue. It has a forked tongue, okay? Something or someone has lied to them repeatedly, has really put them on a pedestal, fed their ego, all kind of toxic foods, these sweets that initially it's like, ooh, this is cool, this is amazing, this is connection, they worship me, I'm on a pedestal, only to later find out what they did was walk away from something real and commingle with something ridiculously toxic. There is richness in the decay. Whatever's going on, it's decaying. Whatever is going on is decaying. Notice how her hair is blue, okay? This is the truth of what was spoken into being between the two of you. So notice how this right here, it's like wearing a blue costume. It's trying to mimic the energy of the true connection. So basically, they were bamboozled. They were bamboozled, but that ain't our problem. They was bamboozled. I mean, hold on. I want to know more. Like, what the hell is this about? And it looks, by the looks of it, they're tired of this. They're tired of this. They recognize this for what it is, but they don't really know how to get off of that rotting mushroom. Hold on. Okay. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Oh my God. Oh, the queen bee is the one dictating. There's a queen bee in their circumstance. Hive mind, queen bee, pushing up daisies. They are experiencing a massive spiritual death. Okay, so first off, oh, I don't know what to make of this card. I don't know. It's just that's why I told you guys I had to put this deck away. It's just a little too much for me. Even for me, it was a little too much. So there it is. Queen bee, she's dictating to the entire hive how this is supposed to go. They're caught up in something pretty intense. I don't know what, but it's pretty intense. Okay, hold on. What is this? Queen of Swords? Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords. Hold on, guys. This book is done hella weird. Queen of Swords. Oh, one who wields quiet power behind the scenes may be more dangerous than is easily perceived. Ooh, I think they're pissed off. I think Queen Bee, an inchworm over here, is about to catch their wrath. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wouldn't want to be a part of that. Wouldn't want to be a part of that. Oh my God, another card. Oh, and now they're writing letters. Okay. Now they're writing letters. Okay. A lot of fighting going on, lots of swords. King of Swords, one who plans and strategizes thoroughly before acting, brings a brilliant mind to any situation. I think they're done. They're done. They're done. Oh, they might be dealing with a Pisces. This is some crazy ass shit. This card is too much. These are too much. I turn the deck over and I'm told, get the top three. These are the top three cards in the deck. So Four of Swords in reverse. It's like this sense of, see how they lost an eye, but they're looking again. They're watching their water sign. They're Pisces. They're saying they are that frog, and they just need a little bit of love in order to be free, to be that prince that you're looking and waiting for. Motherfucker, ain't nobody waiting. Ain't nobody waiting. Okay, Pisces ain't waiting. No, I'm joking. Anyways, so yeah, it's like, a flying frog. But here's the thing: whatever is going on with that, there again, that bichacho right there, just really trying to watch and observe. Stalker, level 5 clinger. We got a level 5 clinger all up on the walls trying to observe and see, and get out of here, get out of here. And then we have they dream of you a lot. They dream of you a lot. They think of you a lot. You're all up in, you're a part of their personal power. They're out in the cold. They're out there like Elsa and shit. Frozen. Just frozen. Even the song is frozen, Yeah. But they can't help. They can't stay away. They can't stop thinking of you. They can't, like, this is what the bird song is. The birds are singing your song, and they have no choice but to keep hearing it over and over and over. It's probably driving them crazy at this point. It's what you get. It's what you get. No, that's not what you get. I'm just being sarcastic. But yeah, no, there's a lot of things that are going on in this world. A lot of things that we need to begin really analyzing within ourselves, around ourselves, and allowing yourself to do this is not it's not necessarily like, oh, does that mean I have to take them back? No, it means you have to take yourself back. Whatever part of you that you gave away to another individual that you feel they took from you, they didn't take it from you. You gave it. 63% at 854. 6 plus 3 is 9. 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. And if you want to break it down to a whole message, 6 is a number of receiving. 3 is a number of a solid foundation. 8 is a number of reunification. 5 is a number of change. 4 is a number of self. So you have to allow yourself to receive the basis from which the reconnection will occur so that change can happen for you. Ooh, see how the numbers speak? They speak in sentences. They speak in absolute sentences. 62% at 855. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8, 5, 5, 88, 55. That's elevated reunification, elevated change. 6, again, being the number of receiving. 2, being the number of guidance. 8, being the number of reunification. 55, being the number of elevated change. So allow yourself to receive the guidance that will lead to the reunification, that amplifies the change. Like, they speak in sentences. I'm just like, motherfucker, stop talking to me. I got shit to do today. Stop talking to me. So ask yourself the question. You don't have to write it down, but ask yourself the question that has been weighing the most heavy on your mind. Think of that question. What is it? What is it? I'm going to give you an answer. Whatever it is you need guidance for, we're going to get you an answer. This is the smallest deck ever. Like, I feel so blue balled off this. Blue balled. Okay, anyways, I laugh at my own jokes. I do. I don't know why. Because it's funny is why. Shit. All right, here goes. You have your question? All right. Go. The time is right. The time is right. Whatever it is, go. The time is right. Next piece of advice. This is the sign. Okay? Go. The time is right. This is the sign. Oh, I'm being told magnolias. So this is a symbol of protection. If you think this is a symbol of devil worship, and this, please kindly sit down and listen. This is a pentagram. It's a symbol of protection, protecting you from all directions. Okay, nothing evil about this very ancient sign. I was just told magnolias. Oh, right, not informations. Ooh, okay. Magnolias symbolize dignity and nobility. In ancient China, magnolias were thought to be the perfect symbol of womanly beauty and gentleness. In the American South, white magnolias are commonly seen in bridal bouquets because the flowers are thought to reflect and emphasize the bride's purity and nobility. Thank you. What else? What else? Perseverance, endurance, love of nature, health, joy, and others. Oh, what this tree represents in the life of people cannot be overemphasized, and they are believed to have great meaning to those who have them around them. Okay, okay. The white magnolia flower is there to send a message of kindness. So we're being told to be nice. We're being told to be nice to whatever it is you're welcoming to you. We're told to be nice. One more, okay? One more card, and then I'll get you guys your poetry and we'll call it a day. Listen to your intuition. So the time is now. This is a sign. And listen to your intuition. Your intuition's been talking to you. It really, really has. Okay? So there goes. And let's get you your poetry. And then we call it a day because I gotta do a lot of things today. Lots of sessions. Lots of packing. You know, I didn't realize how many mother freaking crystals I have. Like 6 large moving boxes later, I'm almost done. I'm so glad I packed the office myself, because if my husband saw how many crystals that are waiting to be charged and sold, I'm not selling none of them. Those are my babies. Kilos of the same stones. Damn. Okay, that's fine. I'll build myself a little fucking clubhouse out of crystals. What are you going to do with all those rocks? Build myself a clubhouse. Spiritual clubhouse. All right, that could be my panic room. Totally. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this a trick? I'm nervous. Michael said stop at 8. All right. It makes me nervous. Okay. Let's see what this means. I need to get by. Card number 21, Sacred Phoenix Heart. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There is no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that for what the mind is an end, is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it's filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. And again and again. It eats of love until it's so full it must simply explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts, incapable of sustaining old consciousness in the expanse of blessings unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection. It would be like attempting to fit in an ocean in a teacup. So it does not. It bursts forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It's just love's way. Love says to us, there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Perhaps you're scratching your head quizzically or are in deep despair because you appear to have met a dead end, a frowning no or a dismissive laugh upon your request to bring love alive. So then, do you choose to believe in love or in the death of sorts your heart faces? Your heart shall rally. I choose death because that is the portal to new life. So it is wise, you see, but you must be brave. To be burned in love, by love, for love will involve endurance of pain, but it will also place it into context. It's the shorter pain that's not compounded by erroneous thinking. That pain comes and goes quite quickly when you realize that love is simply, playfully smacking your wrist and saying, not that way. There are great pitfalls on that path. Come take this one, where there shall be wine and dancing. So you're guided to accept the closed doors, the death, the pain, and to let it become tinder for your fire. Cry whatever tears need to be cried so your tinder can dry and ready to create the sparks your heart needs. That sacred phoenix, ready to die into life within you, is hungry for the fire. Let it feast so it can fulfill its potential, its divine destiny, and become born again into new form, more divinely aligned and alive than ever before. This oracle comes with a message for you. You may feel as though you have been wandering in a desert for many years with no oasis in sight. You might have been through darkness, through trials, endured confusion and uncertainty as you sought for your truth, sought divine revelation, and sought your purpose to confirm your plans. Seek no more. The answers are given now, or very soon will be. And the life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you in clarity. Does life need to be grasped for? It's bestowed according to grace and destiny. It need not be sought so much as received. The spiritual destiny that calls your soul, even while you may feel your bodily ears are deaf to the call, makes your heart leap. It's as though hearing the beloved's voice and stirring an ancient memory of love so powerful moves you, even without you necessarily understanding how or why. So let the life come to you. Be prepared to let the old version of your life pass away into the new life now being born. What does this mean? It means letting go of your striving, your opinions, your doubts, your despair, and your fears. Life wants to happen through you. You don't have to do much other than get out of your own way. Love is your nature. Let it flourish, and life shall unfold accordingly. So, this oracle brings a particular message regarding divine timing, that oh so significant factor in our dreams coming to life. Your time is fast approaching. It may even be now. It may seem least likely to you. There may be great darkness or confusion, and yet the unveiling of the new dawn is closest to the deepest darkness of night. Do not turn back or away from your progress. Your very next steps shall be upon hallowed ground, rendered golden by the rays of the rising sun. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What? So, no more running. I'm not running away. I'm not running away. I will feel the pain. Ooh, yeah. That's the song. No more running away from whatever it is your heart and your soul is bringing you towards. Again, this is not about romance. This is about the highest level of soul development, the highest levels of ripening your inner, under, and overstanding of yourself and your soul. This is about you coming home to yourself. And again, you know, don't confuse the messenger for the message. It's time for you to begin allowing yourself to receive your messages in whatever way they're delivered. Okay? So please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. Join me every single time I'm live. Bye, guys.